Hey, how are you? Oh, hi, how are you?
Can you start just by introducing yourself to the camera?
Sure. Hi, my name is Waldo. Most people know me from the series of books I was a part of.
Where's Waldo?
Yeah. That was a while ago now. I couldn't even tell you when, honestly. Days just fade in and out of one another, and I just try to keep moving. You know, life is this continuous thing, and I don't want to be stuck in a single moment.
So, you were a really big deal back in the day. Would you say you were a major part of the cultural zeitgeist?
Waldo got pretty big, yeah. I don't know what I attribute that to. It was my first acting experience, and also my last. I guess I see the books as what was culturally significant. Even from the beginning, they were far bigger than I was. Honestly, at this point, I just look like the guy from the book.
I think that guides us towards the main question that's on everybody's mind. Where is Waldo now?
Right. I moved out of the city a couple of years ago, and since then I've just been trying to keep a low profile. Which is probably a far cry away from what most people would expect, but I didn't really love all the, energy on set. Sometimes things become so familiar, you lose yourself in them. Times Square stopped feeling real eventually. After the books, Martin was a bit done with me.
Martin Handford, the author?
Oh, yeah. Super smart, really passionate guy. I was out on a hike the first time I met him, and he just immediately clocked me. He came up to me and just instantly crafted this whole character and world based on the outfit. We kept in touch, and he eventually formally asked me to model for the books. I loved working with him, but I feel like maybe I was never really all that great at it. After the books, I asked him for another role, but there was none. Later on, I was forwarded a Time magazine interview of him talking about me.
I don't think he has any future as an actor. I think he should just go on with his regular life.
You can't really go back, though. It's weird, the level of recognition you get from something like a children's book. One day you're just some guy, and the next, people are calling out your name to take pictures. I've started just hearing my name when no one's even there.
Hey, Waldo! Chuck Norris kicked his ass!
It's hard to feel like it's fame at all. I mean, I don't feel famous, I just feel perceived. 'Cause, like, people didn't ever really know me. Eventually, I started running into all these famous people. This one time, freaking Chevy Chase told me he was a fan of the work and asked me what it was like working with Wizard Whitebeard. The look on his face when I told him he wasn't actually a wizard still dumbfounds me. We're actors. His name is fucking Ralph, dude. See, on the other hand, though, when I met Richard Pryor at the Betty Ford, we were both going through it at the time, and I was jealous of him. Just his unapologetic sense of self. On and off stage, he got to be him, which I thought was amazing.
While we're talking about celebs, for a while you even worked alongside
Jay Leno? The Tonight Show. Yeah.
It's the Tonight
Leno would have me on and do a bit where I hid in the audience. They'd have me on for him to say, "Where's Waldo?" anytime a big act fell through. Yeah, he was an asshole. I'd prefer not to talk anymore about that shit. Hopefully this interview will leave all that behind. I just want to let my fans know how I'm doing and who I am so I can start trying to live normally again. Thank you.
Would you say you had a major hand in crafting the identity of the brand of Waldo?
No, not at all. I guess it depends on where the brand starts and I stop. Like, I don't wear this for the brand. I wear this because I want to. I've always dressed this way. Trust me, though, I wasn't the one pushing for the video games and the SpaghettiO lines and any of that stuff.
You seem to resent your celebrity status. Why is that?
Because it's not real. I don't get to be a celebrity. Other people are made happy at the idea of my celebrity, of plucking me out from a crowd. I don't want to be seen, and I never really did. I just want to be left alone.
If you don't want to be recognized, why don't you just wear a black hoodie and jeans?
Why don't you put the camera and microphone down and go become an accountant? That would be a much more stable life. Look, this isn't just an image. This is who I am. I don't want to give myself up just because everyone can't help staring at me all the fucking time. I shouldn't have to do that.
Do people really care that much about you?
I don't know. Maybe they don't. But I don't know what they think, and that matters to me. I'm not in control. It doesn't matter what I am, or who I am, or where I am. I'm never gonna see other people actually seeing me. What if I get to the end of this and it doesn't matter? When I'm all through with this interview and I realize it's never going to be enough for me. I think I'd like to put a pause on all this for a second. I don't know if I can do this. I'm sorry.
Well, hey, welcome in. You might need to duck your head a bit so it doesn't hit the door frame. Wally always did. We moved here when he was 10, yeah. He would always roll with whatever I threw at him, but I think he really did like it here. My friends were all super worried about me being a single mom, but I mean, hey, it turned out fine.
Do you ever worry now about how Waldo is?
Even before you become a parent, you're absolutely terrified. Up until this point, you've been mostly in control of the things around you, and suddenly you helplessly watch as your kid, this part of you, gets chewed up and spat out by the world, trying to tell your kid who they are or who they need to be. I never needed to worry about that at all with Waldo because from the very beginning, he knew exactly who he was. I didn't need to be in control, I just got to watch, and it was beautiful. So no, worried? Why would I be? That's him right there. When he was a baby. There's my little Waldo.
Welcome back, Waldo. I'm glad to see you're doing all right.
Thanks.
It's been a week now since we last talked. How have you been since then?
I've been doing better. I think I went into the interview last time with the wrong mindset. I wanted to talk, but I wasn't ready to confront certain things about myself.
And so, why did you ask us to come back to finish the interview?
I want people to know that Waldo is theirs now. I've been attached to the character for a long time now, and I've realized that he and I can't really coexist. I'm never going to be me as long as I'm trying to be Waldo. So, I guess I'll be someone else. Everyone knew that Waldo was never meant to exist in the real world. I didn't.